just giving everybody time to get the notification and join us. Wasn't expected live. I thought, why not? I do like to give you a notice. Sometimes to surprise you. We are coming to you in a moment from the sauna. Should we go in the sauna?
Should we go in? Right.
Yeah, I haven't got anybody here yet. I normally tell people when I'm going to go live, so when you do it as a surprise, it's hit and miss as to if you get anybody or how many people.
Well, you've got Wi-Fi, not Wi-Fi, internet
4G.
right now.
4G, yeah. Do you have a mobile phone?
Yeah, yeah, but it doesn't get any internet really or anything.
Right, people. Hey, I have somebody joined. Look at this! How would you like a sauna in your garden? Hi, who are you? Tell us your name. If I put all the chats on, that might help.
This is strange.
Yeah.
What?
I like it.
You never saw it.
Let alone a live broadcast from
In a sauna? I don't think many people do it from a sauna.
Fully
Are
closed.
you allowed to wear a hat in a sauna?
I don't know if you're cool, if you're cool enough. Right, we have 2 people joined now.
Great.
Amazing.
Hi, people. Who are you? I can't see any comments at the moment. My phone's just been a bit silly. There we go. Right. Okay, everybody, we are here with Rosa and James
Hi. Tapping
Tapping
off
off
farm.
farm.
So branded.
Hi, Bobby and Christina Hudson. I know.
Hi.
The Highlands of Scotland, and there's a sauna in the garden. This is just amazing. And the best thing is, after you finished in the sauna, we've even got a little timer up there, you go out there into that pond.
Yeah.
And whilst it looks like it's a little bit manky at the moment, it's actually not.
It's spring water, so you're bathing in spring water
Yeah,
when you do that.
there you go. You're bathing in spring water from the Scottish Highlands. That little bit of algae on the top will be gone by the time the reeds all shoot up,
Yeah.
and it'll be perfect. So, anybody, do you have questions? Ask random questions. I found out something quite interesting today. Rosa, here. She actually came on a course and met came to help.
Yeah,
Came as a volunteer. She met James and hasn't left.
I know, you can't get rid of me.
That's the truth.
Yeah. Now everyone knows.
It was like the best blind date, really.
Yeah, I know,
for
I was
farmers.
saying, like, it's a kind of like Tinder for farmers. Really, like a way.
Oh, we could perhaps. Do you know other Scottish people? I do actually have people every now and then saying, "Do you know any single Scottish guys who look good in a kilt?"
Oh,
I do have that occasionally.
Right, I'm sure there'll be a few around here. But I don't know, you have to go to Kaylee and see if they can meet anyone.
Yeah.
That's the best way.
Kaylee's a dance, by the way.
Yeah.
It's a Scottish word for
Yeah.
a traditional Scottish dance.
Yeah. Lots of beer drinking and spinning people around in circles.
Yeah.
And whiskey.
Oh yeah.
Because I live in
Good mix,
I live in
yeah.
Whiskey Land. I live on the whiskey trail.
We've got some lovely whiskies around.
Yeah.
Here.
So Speyside. I saw the other day. I was looking up the Speyside Whiskey Festival,
Yeah.
and it turns out we actually have over 40 distilleries in the area.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's great, actually, though, because people would talk about them all kind of closing down, and so it's great that there's plenty still around.
Probably the second or third closest to our house actually only opened recently.
Really?
Well, it
It's
had
like a revival.
it had closed down, and then a company bought it. And they've started making whiskey again, and they built a new barn for it. It's absolutely beautiful because one wall is glass, so you can look in. But they don't show people around. But their whiskey goes direct to France.
Right, okay.
Really?
Yeah, and
Germany export most whiskey, isn't it? And a lot to Japan, I thought, as well. Or is it Japan that's making
No, they
most
make a
as
lot
well?
of whiskey in Japan.
Okay.
there's also a whole a very big distillery on the way over to Elgin that exports mostly to America.
Which one's that?
Oh, I can't pronounce it.
Yeah.
It begins with Glen or Ben. I don't know.
Glen Murray, that's over in Elgin, but
There's lots.
They were doing an archaeological dig at an old farm site just down the road where they've discovered there was a very big illicit still.
Wow.
Really old one. So in the Cabrach there.
Oh, that's fantastic.
I think they're going to be rebuilding a new distillery in the area.
Which is great because that won't be that far from us and should bring more passing trade.
Yeah.
Sell some more eggs.
Yeah.
I've just realised I'm actually sitting on the higher bench.
Yes.
And my
Yeah.
feet don't touch the floor, and the two tall
That's
people
good.
are sitting
I
on the
thought
lower
so.
bench.
Very cold tall in my life.
Tall.
Not half the higher James. That's
You're
why
tall.
my head's always cut off in the video.
I know, yeah.
It's either James's head's cut off or mine, so
I
you get a
know,
bit of
yeah.
both.
When we try and do like an intro to our
Yeah.
our vlogs, I've got to try and remember to get Rosa in.
Yeah.
Okay, we have Three Musketeers Homestead. Hi, I'm here with Rosa and James at Tappanoth Farm, which is another Highland farm. They are vegetable based. They do have a few goats. So we have, let me see, Christina. I'm a Texas girl, but I still think there's nothing more manly than a strong man in a kilt. Oh, you're right there. You've not been able to talk your husband into it. That's terrible.
You wore one at Christmas, didn't you?
I did. I had my
Did
kilt on.
you?
Yeah. Had my kilt on at Christmas and
As
New
my
Year.
birthday.
Yeah. My daughter likes seeing
Yeah.
me in it, you see,
Yeah.
so I have to put it on. To
He makes you look
please
like the
girls.
guy from the front of the porridge
Porridge,
thing.
yes.
He likes that.
Yeah.
That's very cute. Hi, Rashmi. Rashmi is in, I think it was Dublin, or near Dublin,
Cool.
in Ireland. She is actually somebody you might want to speak to at some point. Rashmi is studying renewable energy.
Oh, cool.
Okay, great, yeah.
Yeah, we're very interested in that because that's, well, we always talk about, other than all the rest of the farm, the houses are the most, you know, they consume a huge amount of energy, and we'd love to find a solution for that, really, because
we've got
feels
a lot
wrong.
of winds.
Yes. Yeah, we've got winds. We've got winds.
Rosa has wind, everybody.
Yeah.
I'm really sorry. We're in the sauna.
Got the door open.
We are actually in the sauna, by the way. We're not just making this up. We are in a sauna. It's not on because it's very hot here today. And there's the plunge pool for when you finish getting hot in the sauna. Oh, I think your mum might be coming to join us.
Oh.
So, any questions? Building up your business already? Absolutely, Rashmi. You will need to come over here at some point, and we will all do a sit down and a talk about these about various different renewable energy things. It's a really, really good thing to go into.
Yeah.
I know it's something we need to look at with the farm. We're hoping we might be able to buy it in a few years. Hoping.
I think that's the best way to do it, because I knew that's from the outset you're kind of saving on it, so that's great.
Rashmi's asked, where in Scotland are we?
Well, we're in Aberdeenshire. So
Aberdeenshire, just over the border, because I'm in
Murray.
Murray.
It's spelt Murray, but it's Murray. Do you want to come in the sauna with us? We're live on an internet chat.
Oh, are you?
Yeah.
This is James's mum. You say she's probably the brains behind James's adventure.
Yeah, we're just the front for social
Yeah.
media. Actually, my mum does everything.
Yeah.
Poor lady. Three Musketeers are in Michigan.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, we're about 37 miles from Aberdeen City here, so.
And you're about 30 miles from me, I think it is.
Okay.
Depends which way I go.
Yeah. So we're quite relatively remote. But
We're still connected enough for a veg box.
Yeah.
To be,
Yeah.
I will, if you have spares, I will probably come and get one, everyone. Okay, Rashmi said, what type of veg do you grow, and is it all organic?
Well, we're not certified organic.
That takes about 15 years, though,
Yeah,
doesn't
we're
it?
such a small garden. We're only half an acre garden, quarter acre bed space. So it's just not worth our while paying at the moment for certification. And we already know our customers are just pleased to know that we promise we don't use any
follow
sprays.
the principles.
So we use organic methods. We've never used a herbicide, a pesticide, or a fungicide since we moved here. And what vegetables do we grow? We grow. It's kind of easier to say what we don't grow. Because we run a veg box. So for 22 weeks of the year, we have our community supported agriculture veg box scheme, and we feed up to 40 families every week for those 22 weeks. So we try and vary diet. Everything is grown here. We don't buy in any veg. So if we can't grow it on the side of this hill, it doesn't go in the box. We've only just started. We're doing our first year of tomatoes because we didn't have a polytunnel until this last year.
Yeah, I have
So-
polytunnel envy right now.
Yeah.
It is great, but it's also great that so much of it, we're able to grow outside.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's amazing what you can grow in Scotland. Actually.
yeah.
It
yeah.
is. We are
Be
quite far
clever about
north.
it.
Yeah, we are
Yeah.
quite far north as well.
Yeah.
For those of you who've just joined, we're actually having a chat in a sauna, and I'm not joking. The sauna is not on, so loads of people have just joined. But they actually have a sauna in their garden, and that is the plunge pool that once the reeds have grown, that tiny bit of algae on the top will be gone, and then I mean it's beautifully clear even under that algae. It's fantastic.
Yeah, it's nice clear water.
Hi Lemma Acres. So the idea is that after you've finished in the sauna here, you run out the door here and you jump in the pond.
Yeah.
It's very cold,
Very
which is
cool,
good.
yeah.
That's good for
It
you.
would be cold.
We've been in, we've been in there when there's snow on the ground. Had to break the ice to get in that pond.
You are
sometimes.
mad. Okay, we've had Ray's Dorset allotment, hot enough outside, exactly Ray.
Yeah.
Eva Sorrel, is that Maybury?
Hmm.
And we have Lynn's from My Little Bit of Peace, and she is about 4 hours south of us
Oh wow.
in Scotland.
All right, hi.
Three Musketeers homestead. They are growing tomatoes, cucumber, onions, many herbs, but that says buttercup squash, but I think you mean butternut
butternut, yeah.
squash.
That sounds
Autocorrect.
interesting.
Naughty autocorrect. I like actually I do like the idea of buttercup squash.
Yeah.
It sounds really nice. Squash, strawberries, and asparagus. I was growing half of that until my geese got involved.
Oh.
Yeah, we have Hoot and Nanny Homestead.
Ah, good name.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, do we have Hoot or do we have Nanny? I only asked because last night I was watching a live and they asked if it was Hoot or it was Nanny, and it was Nanny. There, it's Nanny again, you see.
Hi, Nanny.
We're obviously on the same. Oh, and searching Sabrina. We're obviously on the same sleep pattern, me and Hoot and Nanny, which is
So
great for
where's
Scotland.
Hoot the Nanny from then?
Yeah.
Where are you, Hoot and Nanny?
That's a, yeah.
Oh, Lynn's down South Scotland.
Mhm.
38 degrees in her polytunnel. She
Whoa.
doesn't need a sauna.
No.
Well, that's the
Alright.
thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
When it gets hot like this, it's kind of
Yeah.
not what you feel like.
Yeah.
But when you get achy from working veg beds,
Yeah,
it's kind of quite good.
definitely. I've had some days when
Definitely.
I've pulled a muscle after
Mhm.
ploughing or something, and this is a purely medicinal.
Hoot and Nanny is in Arkansas.
Ah, wow,
Wow.
great.
And then we have Shalea. Sorry if I've pronounced that wrong. Shalea Hilbert says good morning.
Morning.
Morning,
Yeah.
morning.
Wow.
4 o'clock in the afternoon here.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, Lynn said she's in central Scotland. Sorry,
Uh-huh.
you're south to us. We're up north. You're about 4 hours south of us.
Wow.
Ah, Central
That's
Scotland.
Yeah, the people from
Yeah.
Scotland.
You know, I always worry about pronouncing people's names wrong, and then I get a really, really weird name, and apparently I always pronounce them correct.
Oh, that's good. That's a skill.
Searching Sabrina is also in Arkansas.
Mhm.
See, most of these people, they're used to me sort of coming live with lambs and
Yeah.
goats. Look, I
Nice.
have real people.
Now you're in a sauna.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you know, I'm still insane because I just said let's go do a live from your sauna because
You've got
who
vision. You've got vision.
I have who doesn't want a sauna in Scotland,
Yeah.
and then of course the plunge pool.
It was easy to build. Well, it
Yeah,
took me
you
a while,
built that.
but yeah, it was. I think it took me about 2 months, but over a very slow 2 months, just building it when we had a moment.
Lynn's has just said, "Are these your new pets?" Yes, I'm taking them home with me, and I'm going to put them in a chicken tractor and put them to work on the homestead. How's that?
We'll build you a veg garden.
Yay! Yeah, I like this idea. Thanks for the idea of that, Lynn's. Hoot Nanny says it's a great idea to have the sauna. I know, I was shocked when they told me. I'm very excited about this. I will become a regular visitor.
We'll just find you in here. won't we?
Yeah, you will. You'll just open the door and go, what? Oh, there's that red car. Where is she?
The best place to sleep in winter would be in here.
Yeah,
It's
it's
warmer than our
Much
house.
better
anyway.
insulated than our house, probably. Yeah.
Ray from Dorset. His tunnel was about that hot at 6 o'clock this morning.
Wow.
Oh my gosh, yeah, Dorset. That will be
That's,
pretty
far,
warm.
that's
Yeah.
tropical down there. Isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is compared to here.
Yeah.
Rashmi has asked, do you have slug problems? And if you do, what do you do to keep them down? They're the biggest problem in her garden.
Yeah, big problem, isn't it?
Any questions, people, please ask. They know
Yeah.
far more than me.
I mean, we will.
I don't seem to have that high
We're
slug
okay.
issue
I
here
think
compared to cities and
Yeah.
things like that, I think.
the market garden, which is where we grow most of the veg, is only 3 years old. So it was a field before that. So I slightly wonder
Word
whether
hasn't got out
word
yet.
hasn't got out. But that's why we got ducks. We read, because permaculture is our background, and we read in the typical Bill Mollison quote of, you don't have a slug problem, you have a duck deficiency.
Yes, I heard that the
Yeah.
other day. Liz
So-
Zorab said that,
Right,
didn't she?
well, that is-
Was it
I
Liz?
don't know, but that's, if you read the permaculture designer's manual, that's
Okay.
usually what people,
No, I think it was probably actually Hugh's nursery.
Okay, well, we went with that, and yeah, they do eat slugs, but so do our chickens. I wouldn't say actually they're any.
In the general area, we don't have them in the veg garden, but having them just in the general area of the farm will keep populations
the ducks,
down.
yeah,
the
yeah,
ducks, all the
yeah,
chickens,
yeah.
yeah.
But beer traps work very
Yeah.
well.
Well,
Yeah.
somebody, Three Musketeers Homestead actually said beer is good for slugs.
It is.
Mm.
It is.
And I was thinking, absolutely, get out in the garden, have a few beers,
I know.
go around
It's
at night.
sad to pour beer
Go-
away. Yeah.
Go around at night, either collect all the slugs and throw them at each other, or, you just don't care
You
because
just
you're
don't
having
care
a
Because you're too drunk, yeah.
No, well, we make our own beer, so we've often got old beer from the previous year that we haven't quite finished.
Good to use,
And
yeah.
stale beer is,
Mm.
I think that's one of the best ways. But just management. I mean, we have to keep quite a tidy garden because it's a commercial garden, so we kind of keep the weeds down around the verges. Which
They
is the
love to
habitat
sit in
for the
fabric
slugs.
as well, if you've got
Yeah.
lots of kind of landscape fabric or tarps, if you've got piles of that, they can kind of reside in there.
You
so.
don't buy in compost, do you?
No, we do.
Because
We
you do. I was going to say
It's a balance.
I found slugs' eggs so many times in compost,
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
and
Yeah.
It's also worth knowing some of the different kind of types of slugs, because sometimes you'll find slugs, but they won't necessarily be that bad for your garden. They'll be the ones that eat decaying matter, or whatever.
yeah, I think there's a type of slug. I think it's a tiger slug. Could be wrong, and they eat
Yeah.
other slugs.
Yeah.
Right.
And apparently, if you have
Yeah.
those, they eat other slugs way
Yeah.
before they'll eat
Yeah.
your food.
Yeah.
Okay, Shalea asked, "What do you guys think about square foot gardening method?" She's new to gardening, and she's trying to get as much information as possible.
Right. Yeah. Well, I mean, I know the term. I think is that where you obviously grow in a square foot of size. Is that correct?
I don't really know
doing
much
quite a small
about it.
scale.
I think it's
gardening.
where 1 square foot you'll split your bed
Yeah, is it like
into a
Yeah.
foot.
rotating around these small, like a mini rotation
I
around
don't-
square feet?
I
As
think
you
you're
can
going to know more than us, to be honest.
Yeah,
Mm.
as you can see, Shalea, we know nothing. Rashmi said excuse to get more animals with the slugs.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Yeah. Get some
Yeah.
ducks. Get some chickens that like
Yeah.
eating slugs.
And then you get eggs. Turn slugs
Yeah.
into eggs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Loma Acres does the slug beer traps as well.
Yeah.
Bombs to bushels, hi.
Hi.
Yep. Funny enough, Lynn's down in central Scotland said drink all the beer. And you won't see the slugs in the end.
Yeah. Just not the beer that you've used as a slug trap.
No,
'cause
yeah,
that
don't
is
drink that
gross.
beer,
Yeah, that's disgusting. Okay, we have Kilted Gardener,
Ah.
and he's actually in America.
Ah.
He says hello.
Hello,
Is he
Kilty
in a
Gardener.
kilt?
Kilted Gardener, how often do you wear a kilt? Because I haven't seen any of your videos with you wearing a kilt.
And are you a true Scotsman under that kilt?
That
what
is
we
a good
wanna
point.
know.
Are you a
Do you
true
want to know that? That's what James wants to know.
Kilted Gardener? If you do wear a kilt, do you go properly? I've just got several of the comments. I've just completely lost track now. Sorry, I'm laughing, everybody. Right,
Kilty Gardener, that's a good name.
Yeah, it's a good name.
big black slugs with orange frills eat decaying matter.
Ah,
Thanks,
Ah.
and that's from Lynn's down in central Scotland.
right.
Cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. And then what's the one that eats the other slugs then? Is that the one with all of the kind of leopard print on it?
I think
Really
it was a
beautiful.
tiger slug that had
Right.
lines on it. A
Right.
tiger slug.
Oh,
I'm gonna
okay.
make it.
Leopards. Isn't there a
Oh, I
leopard?
don't know. I'm
Yeah.
useless. He said sometimes he wears a quilt. A quilt.
When it's cold.
Okay, we're talking about alcohol. They haven't actually given me any yet. No.
The sauna, it does that.
It is the sauna. Yeah, those of you who are joined, we are actually in a sauna, but it is so hot outside. It's actually cooler in the sauna, and there's the plunge pool. So fantastic.
So sometimes he wears a kilt.
Is it sometimes you wear a kilt, or when you wear a kilt, sometimes you go commando, proper Scottish way? Think you'll get hoot a kilt? Find them quite sexy. Absolutely, Hoot and Nanny. Go for it.
Yeah.
I don't think Asher has the knees for a quilt, really. He hasn't got a quilt. A quilt, I keep saying quilt. I am thinking of going back to bed. Everyone's laughing at me in here now. Excuse me, I'm just having a bad day. Yeah, I don't think Asher has the legs for a kilt. I could be wrong.
Wait, see,
Yeah.
Very surprised.
So the kilted, was it kilted gardener who's in the States?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
He's just gone to feed his baby.
Oh, so we can't ask him a question. I wanted to know if he's got a certain tartan that he wears on it. What is his kilt?
Do you have a certain
I
tartan?
do. I'm Robertson clan.
Robertson.
That's my surname is Reed, but we're permitted to wear the Robertson tartan, and that's our tartan. So I've got a hunter. It's a hunting tartan. It's like the dress. It's not the dress tartan. It's like your regular kilt that you would wear, not your showiest one. Yeah.
I like the ones that are made up of just a long piece of material.
A plaid, like the old.
Oh,
Yeah.
it wraps around.
Bailey clan, Baillie, Bally.
Bailey, yeah,
Bailey,
is it?
Bally.
Yeah, I don't know that one. Yeah. Have to see a photo.
Yeah.
I'm getting way too interested in this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I'll tell you some information about kilts in a moment and where the colours come from. Loma Acres said his wife keeps promising him a kilt. He's still waiting.
Oh.
His mum made him a kilt, sort of kilt, and had to tell her she'd actually made a skirt.
I had that as well. My mum made me a kilt once. Yeah, when I was about 7 or something, I had a homemade kilt and it was pretty much a skirt.
Loma Acres is actually from the Wallace clan.
Oh.
Lowlander.
Right.
Lowlander clan.
Oh.
Okay, my little bit of information about kilts, and I've been looking this up a lot recently. Where the actual colours come from is not actually just your family or your clan. It's where they lived, because it was what plant dyes were available.
Okay.
So that's why,
That makes
you know,
sense.
yeah.
That makes lots of sense.
That's really interesting. Yeah, so it was told you a lot about the local area.
Yeah. See, so I've been looking at. I want some plants for dyeing the fleece and fibre, and so I could, in theory, make a kilt. So I was looking it up, and it's all quite exciting, really. And I'm really strange because my family. Hi, Chris, Single Dad Homestead. Talking of kilts, Chris would look awesome in a kilt. Have you ever been on Single Dad Homestead? Hey, you should. Guys, I'm here. Sorry, I forgot just tell you that because a load of people have come in. I'm with Tapo North Farm. Show us your hats. There you go. Tapo North, which is actually, I don't know, is it a hill or is it a mountain?
It's a hill. Fortified
hill.
It's got the remnants of a 2,000-year-old Pictish fort on the top of the hill.
Yeah, so it's quite interesting. This is. I did read about it and I saw a video about it.
Yeah, no.
Everyone's saying yes. Single Dad Homestead, he would look good in a quilt. In a quilt, I keep saying it again. You'd look really good in a bed. No, sorry. Kilt.
We're gonna leave.
Kilt. I'm having big issues today saying the word kilt, which is no good for somebody who lives in Scotland. My family come from all over the Celtic area except Scotland.
Oh.
I know, it's weird, and I live in Scotland. Those of you who've just joined, we are actually having a natter in a sauna.
But the sauna's not on.
No, it's not on.
It's a very hot day in Scotland today. Very rare day.
It's hotter outside than it is in the sauna at the moment. Somebody said I'm feeling frisky in the sauna. I don't think so.
Just under 20 degrees centigrade in here at the moment.
Wow.
Which is, what's that? I don't know what that is in Fahrenheit.
16 is 60. So you're probably looking about 74 maybe?
Yeah.
There we go. I only know that because Jazz at Alternative Small Holding yesterday, she said, or a video yesterday, said it's 16 degrees here today and this is what it is in Fahrenheit, and it said 60. I'm like, I can remember that one.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely, yes, thumbs up please. Yeah, there they go. Excellent. So does anybody have any questions? I know I need a quilt as well. Does anybody have any questions for the guys at Tapo North? You really should go have a look at their page. because they do vegetable boxes and they're much better than me. If someone will send you a real kilt and you'll do multiple videos, you're on, Chris. I haven't got my loom set up yet, but when I do, let's get you a kilt.
Oh, that'd be amazing.
No, that's funny. Anybody have any questions? What Rosa and I was about to call you Chris then. What Rosa and James do here is they generally are mostly plant-based homestead, so they're a farm in the Highlands of Scotland, not too far from me. Absolutely beautiful place. I mean, that's just their plunge pool. They have 2 ponds to go swimming in. The other one is much bigger. Can a quilt be used as a kilt? It might be a bit hot.
Yeah.
I kept imagining
Baggy around the
quilts,
knees.
but yeah.
I'm sorry. You know what? You are never again going to hear somebody say kilt without you thinking quilt. Oh, Lindsay's already subbed to Tapo North. Excellent. So the rest of you if you go and have a look at them.
Yeah, we're new to YouTube, so I mean we should be asking these guys for advice more than them asking us questions, because we've only been doing this since December. So
yeah, but you have been doing your veg boxes for a while, and you've been doing. You do teach people permaculture.
We've been on the farm. This is our 7th year on the farm, and we set up as a permaculture demonstration site, and that's what we started doing. But it's 3 years since we started the veg box.
Yeah.
So
this is the
fourth season. We're in our 4th season of veg boxes. Yeah. So it's good fun. It keeps us busy.
Yeah.
I get a feeling I'm probably not going to get any spare veg boxes, but I'm too far away to come over every week. It's really annoying.
We run as a community-supported agriculture scheme, so all our boxes are bought already.
Yeah.
We've pretty much sold all the shares in our boxes. So at the start of the season, we advertise and we contact our community in the villages and towns around us, and we put the word out, and they sign up and they pay up front.
It's like an investment.
It's like they're buying shares of our produce, and that means that we've got the sort of dedication and sort of guarantee that we need as small farmers to be able to buy the seed, to be able to buy compost, and
we know that it's going to get out there.
You know, rather really than good idea.
I mean, in the States and in Australia it's quite common, but in the UK we don't have many CSA farms, so we're one of a small amount in Scotland that are doing this.
So that's community
supported agriculture.
Supported agriculture. I'm going to have to look that up.
Yeah, look it up. It's great.
It fits into a number of different things. I mean, you can do it with meat and all sorts. So it can work for anyone.
Yeah. So it's just it's a great way of I mean we actually get to meet the people who buy the food. We get to meet them, and so it's helped us a lot.
Chris at Single Dad Homestead has asked, what vegetables do you grow in your area that are regional to us?
Well, I mean it's not regional, but last year we tried growing Sutherland kale. So obviously that's a variety of kale that comes from a county so above us in Scotland, to the north of us. So that was a very old variety that I think Real Seeds.
Did it work?
It did, yeah. It's a nice kind of leafy green kale, but that's a very old variety that Real Seeds catalogue have kept alive. I think somebody sent them some, and then they've grown more.
They do say that kale actually tastes better after a frost.
Mm-hmm.
It tastes better.
It releases the sugars.
Yeah. I don't generally like kale, but that's because my first experience of it was a friend just gave me a kale and I don't know what smoothie, and it was vile. But I might. You never know. I might give it a go.
That's good. I mean that.
Great. I mean, as a baby leaf for salad.
I am actually growing some to try that.
That makes its way into all our salad mixes. Red Russian kale for the baby leaf.
Okay, Nanny from Hoot and Nanny asked, do you have children?
I do. We don't together, but I've got a 5-year-old daughter.
Yeah, she's going to be here in 2 days.
Yeah, she's coming on her holidays to stay here, and she's 5. She's learned how to milk the goats already.
Good.
Yeah. Oh, been joined by a table full in the woods.
Hello.
Hi.
Those of you who've just joined, thank you, Surgeon Sabrina. She's just put your link up.
Oh, great.
If I could make some of you moderators, spanners, wrenches, whatever you want to call it, I would, but I can't on my phone. I'm really sorry. So yeah, if you could share their Taponoth's YouTube, and also their Instagram is very popular.
Oh, amazing. Thank you.
They got nearly 2,000 people on Instagram.
Yeah, it's gone up recently.
Yeah, because there was that Humans Who Grow Food
Yeah.
post or whatever. Yeah.
I don't know if you've come across them. They're an organisation or a website
Yeah.
that promotes people growing food.
Global
With
food
humans who
growing.
grow food. So they
Yeah.
did an article recently, and that bumped up our
Fantastic.
Yeah. You
followers
kept like
on
looking
Facebook.
and going, whoa,
I know.
it's climbing and climbing.
Yeah.
Okay, Rashmi would like to know, what variety of tomatoes are you growing?
We're growing 2 varieties this year. One called Aurora, and that's called Aurora Very Large Bush Tomato, and the other one is called Lata or Later, Latah, and they're both kind of been bred for a short season. So I think I can't remember which one was which, but one was basically been bred in Siberia, and the other one in Idaho. And we found that they worked really well. We tested them out last year just for home, and now we're growing a whole bed of them for this year. So I'm really excited about that. They're
Fantastic.
great from real seeds.
I need to look up those ones.
Yeah.
Rashmi said kale stir fry is amazing.
Yes.
Mm.
it
Sounds
is.
quite nice.
Yeah, that's good. Lots of
Yeah.
garlic or something.
Yeah.
As well. It's nice.
Let me have a look. Dislike most kale, but grew red Russian this year and loves it.
Yeah, that's a good one.
That's
really
nice.
nice and soft. It's not
Yeah,
too
I
kind
think
of.
that's my favourite.
Mm.
But again,
Nice
because
one.
you can just grow it for baby leaf salads as well. So eating it raw and in a salad mix is very nice.
That's fantastic. Anybody who wonders why we look like we're in a sauna, who's just joined us, it's because we actually are.
And that's very 70s in here, isn't it? Wood clad.
I love the fact that they have a sauna in their garden with a plunge pool. So I said, let's go do a live in your sauna. Because, you know, I'm strange like that. Everybody loves my silly videos. Oh, hi, busy little house. Single dad homestead. What was that all about? Oh, link didn't show. Search from Sabrina. Link. Oh, Chris, I'll send it to you later when I get home. Or in a minute if I remember. Okay, guys. Any more questions before we go? Because we've actually been on this live for over half an hour. These people have things to do. And I'd like to get home before the worst of, well, rush hour's not really much of rushing around here, is it? No, but I would like to kind of probably get to a shop before I go home.
Wow.
Got it? Excellent. Right, any last questions before we go, everybody? And we end our sauna chat because, you know, everybody
Gotta
should...
cool things down.
Yeah, it is actually cooler in here than it is outside today, which is quite unusual. So, Tapo North, we'll have a look at the tops of your hats, please. There we
Thank
go.
you.
Tapo North.
It's been great.
Yeah. Fun.
It's been really nice meeting these
Yeah,
guys.
It's been a pleasure.
And hopefully, we might get them to do some lives. They need
Yeah,
a few
we've
more
never-
likes.
we've
though.
never
Yeah,
done
so
that
you need to,
before, so-
yeah, what we're at like 450 subscribers, I think,
Yeah.
just now. So,
I think you've got a few more than that now.
oh, well, that'd be nice.
Looking at this, yeah.
That's good.
Excellent. Somebody's put your YouTube up.
Yeah,
Somebody
great.
put their Instagram because that's awesome. Their
Thank
Instagram.
you so
Now
much.
these people. Hold on. One last thing before you go.
Yeah,
They had the BBC filming here,
we did. We
and
did.
this is not the first time.
Yeah, so we had the BBC visit 3 times last
Yeah.
year,
And
which
James
isn't
was
available
about
to watch, but I'm gonna put that up as a vlog probably
Brilliant.
tonight. So it's a trilogy, 3-part of the BBC Beech Grove Garden visiting us. And they came back just a couple of days ago, but we can't quite reveal what that was about, unfortunately, just yet. But keep
I
an
was
eye-
hoping being here I might get the inside scoop, but no.
I will tell you when the
Okay,
lives are.
okay, tell me after. Okay, everybody, right, we are going because we've been on here 35 minutes now.
Great.
So we are going, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah.